want to welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're going to be watching more of the Clone Wars today.
Ooh.
Oh, what do we have next to me, guys?
Oh,
Thank you,
no,
wonderful
but I'll pay
fans.
Whoa.
This is amazing. All Swedish foods, like all kinds of snacks. This is from a wonderful fan, Juran, who also sent us stuff a while ago. Actually, I think last year and recently, a couple weeks ago, that we showed on the channel all week. And you are awesome. So thank you for all of this. I haven't tried any of this yet. And definitely going to share the love. So you guys can choose what you guys want. And if you want all of it, we can do samples and figure that out. But this is great. So one thing I did understand is cheese doodles.
Oh,
This is original. I keep saying the word original. Like, I know that. But then we have a lot of, we have some soda, I guess, or maybe some seltzer or something.
Yeah, or tonics,
wow.
something like that.
Something like that. And then it looks like Coke, but it's not Coke. Joel must. Probably butchered that, so I apologize. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. And Sharon, you are amazing. You always send us wonderful things. And if you guys ever send us anything, we will totally show it on the channel if you want us to. Letters, I know they're personal. They're really nice letters, so I haven't been reading them. But if you want us to, we definitely can. And Sharon has a lot of requests, so I will, add those to our list and we'll figure it out. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful fan. To actually send us stuff like that, to take the extra time to do it. So amazing. And I'm trying to be good at not eating so much junk, but this is so sweet and I love this stuff.
Well, you don't get stuff from Sweden very often. So.
No, and that's the fun part. I love getting
great?
things from other countries and being like, whoa, this is so different and cool. And I try to translate. Oh, this one says grill. I try to translate like what they might need and just by the pictures. It's cool. I like it.
Nice.
So,
very good.
Going to Clone Wars.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Duran.
Yes, thank you.
You are amazing. And we love Clone Wars, and I have Boba Fett with me today and Yoda from Disney Infinity. Love the game, as you guys know. Eventually, we'll play together. We'll see.
Someday with our chips.
Yes, with our chips.
We're
going to be watching episode 8, I believe. Yes, we're on episode 8 of season 5. Ahsoka, holy crap, like she was not kidnapped, but now she was sucked into the other ship.
That's right,
literally.
she was. Yeah.
And
That's
luckily
right.
she's alive. I kind of figured she would be. We saw The Mandalorian, and I know that's a spoiler, but we know that she survives up to then. But not good. So now the kids are most likely going to have to rescue her.
I hope so.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Are they going to make, put their lightsabers together? What are they going to do to get her out of there?
Yes, because they were still working on
her
that.
back.
I really like this arc so far, and it seems like it goes on for a little bit longer too, because we have this episode, and then I think the next episode as well. So I'm like, ooh, fun.
And she has 2 lightsabers that Hondo can probably try to grab from her.
Oh, that's
Good luck
right,
with
yes.
that, but he might.
Wow.
Yeah. I love how unique that is, where the lightsaber is true to you. Like, you have to use the Force to understand what you need, not what you want.
Yes.
And Ahsoka having 2, I just think that's a fun idea, not just one. Like, she got 2. And she doesn't combine them, right? They're always separate, and one's shorter than the other. So, like, how did that happen? It just comes to be that way, I guess. And like how the Wookiee got the wooden one, because
Right.
Like,
They got to pick their own material and the shape of it.
Yeah, so I want to see what happens. You guys ready?
We're ready.
I'm excited. Bound for rescue, which literal terms sounds good. When we rescue others, we rescue ourselves. Aww.
Hondo Anaka attacks a Jedi transport carrying 6 younglings who just received their lightsaber crystals. Ahsoka Tano is captured by Hondo and his pirate horde. The younglings are stranded and alone.
No, but they have their droid friend.
Yeah.
The General Kenobi?
The pirate Hondo has attacked and severely damaged our ship.
Once we've picked you up, we'll focus on rescuing Ahsoka.
But we can help Ahsoka a lot sooner than you can.
You will not jeopardize your safety trying to be heroes. Understood?
Yes, Master.
General, don't forget.
Enemy fleets coming out of hyperspace.
Uh-oh. See? Now they're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
How quick it happens, too.
Wow,
Yeah, like
yeah,
that.
wow.
I told the kids that.
So So much focus.
One by one. Yeah.
Nice. That's a cool looking
I
one.
like that one.
Me too.
What
Nice.
do you think?
Not backwards.
I think you finished your lightsaber.
Well, if you hurry up with yours,
careful.
maybe we can
Careful,
find
yeah.
out.
Oh, this is.
I'll finish mine when I'm ready.
Ahsoka needs our help, and we're sitting around like children.
We are children.
I vote we mount a
That's
rescue
right.
mission.
There's a problem with the ship.
Breaking away from the pirate ship ruptured the entire filtering system, and if we don't land soon, the engines will explode.
Oh, God.
Land and let the
Oh
system
my
reset.
gosh.
We go to floor 'em, let the engines cool, and rescue Ahsoka.
It's good that they know how to work the ship.
Mm. Oh my god.
It would be wise if you would let me go.
You are really in no position to make threats, young lady. Are you thirsty? A drink, perhaps?
Oh, he's gonna tease her.
Oh, yes. See?
Sorry.
Not cool.
Oh, that is so cool.
Our forces are being overrun. The droids are sending out boarding parties.
Oh. It's weird looking ships.
God.
We meet again. Wow. Every time we see him
Oh,
fight, it's
jeez.
like,
Oh.
You'll regret that.
I know he tries to get to his weakness because he cares so
Yeah,
much
that's
about
right.
people. Hopefully no trouble.
Oh.
R2, finish reassembling Master Huang, will you?
Gnodi, you stay with the ship. We're going to need to make a quick escape. And you were the only one that had flight simulator training at the temple.
Oh,
Thank goodness R2 is there as well to fix the other one.
Yeah.
are we sure we even landed near their base?
Well, we couldn't land too close, could we? Biff is right. We better get moving. We'll figure out a strategy on the way.
Yeah, Biff is so different now, huh?
That's
Like,
yes.
take
My
charge.
goodness, he is.
The Separatists are no friends of mine. A businessman who will pay handsomely for a Jedi. A female Jedi at that.
What does that
You
mean? That's
don't
gross.
scare me, Hondo.
They don't care if you're dead or alive. But I
Makes
find
me a
my
good
role
guy.
so
Are you threatening?
days.
Nice.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
Shouldn't we stay and fight? We can't lose the ship now.
Cody, the ship is already lost. We must face it. You and I are going to give Grievous a little parting gift.
Such a huge ship, too.
Oh, so yeah.
The side of the ship says Priego's Traveling World of Wonder. They're a traveling carnival act.
The nice aliens.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna pretend they're in the circus.
Who are you? How did you get out here?
Sir, our ship crashed and we've been stranded. But our misfortune is to your benefit. Acrobats! Entertainers!
Oh.
You would like to come with us when we go to entertain Hondo and his pirate horde?
Very much so. Yes.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh, look at that. Whoa.
True artiste, welcome to the show.
Nice audition.
Whoa.
Waste no time and give me every last piece of information from the databanks.
If you're watching this message, that means I'm boarding an escape pod and shall soon be safely away from the ship, which is about to self-destruct.
Don't tell him.
Thanks, no thanks.
Don't
Stay
care.
here.
He wants to get out of there. Uh-oh, is right.
Would have been great if he was bluffing and go back on the ship.
All these creatures we know, so that's
Oh,
pretty
look at
neat.
him. Yeah. Dear.
Oh, look at
Oh,
him.
look at yeah.
You better know what you're doing because I don't see Ahsoka.
Patience.
I would hate to be forced to cut off their heads like I did your last act. You remember
Oh my God!
guys?
Why go back?
Wow.
Where is my Jedi? I would hate for her to miss the show, which
is.
I'm hoping will be better than last time.
He's been a real jerk.
Excellent.
Come with us.
Which one of you said that? I may not be as young as I once
Pushed it a
was.
little bit. Ooh. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
I love their costumes.
Yes, I do. That's great.
Goodness, they had them available.
Yeah.
I'm
You're gonna be flying the right.
That's it.
Right, come on. Let it go.
It just made him fly. That's great.
We've got to run for it.
They're gonna cut your head off.
Everything up.
Oh,
Our job is just to panic.
Talk about a show, huh?
Get us out of here.
You can take the costumes off now.
that's right.
I know. It's oh wait, I
That's
can't see.
I lost my Jedi.
Aww.
I could pretend to be angry, but you are all very brave. Thank you. Sometimes doing the right thing means bending the rules.
Very wise.
Mm-hmm.
That flew
That
by.
was good. Yay.
The
it
music
did.
at the
What
end.
a great scenario.
Yes.
You always know when it's gonna
circus
end.
going right by them.
I love the idea of a
That was
traveling
good.
circus on a different planet with different
Oh my
aliens and creatures.
goodness.
You know, like it's so fun because I never really thought about that. And it just seems
Wow.
something that they wouldn't do. I don't know, but like you have like different limitations for different aliens, but it could be a lot more interesting that way too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
they
what
did a
better
good
way to
job.
entertain the pirates?
Yeah,
I
that's
love
right.
how that's like their greatest weakness. They get too drunk and then they can't do anything. You know,
They
just-
can't. My God.
So I do love Hondo's character. I think he's a cool pirate, but just in this circumstance, I'm annoyed at him for hurting Ahsoka, and he kept her alive, and more
Yes.
props to him, I guess, because he's like, well, they want you alive or dead, so
Yeah, he's
I
sort of, like,
prefer
threatening
alive.
her, but-
Yeah, like threatening her, but trying to act like he's the better person for not killing her. And
That's right.
but just to, again, he's always on his own terms, and it's about money, and he doesn't care.
It's
Like
all
he did.
about the
Right,
profit.
yes,
It's all
definitely.
about money. Yeah.
And I love
He's
how
a pirate.
he contradicts, or not contradicts, but like when he was reminding us that he kidnapped Dooku. Remember that? It was just
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
he does all these bad things, and
Yeah.
he's so confident and casual about it. Like, oh, he still has a grudge against me because of that. And so
That hostage thing.
they're pirates. They're always for themselves, and you just make a
Oh,
lot of
seriously.
enemies that way. So just to be that confident and be like, it's okay, everyone hates me or tries to kill me, but they have
Yeah.
reason to. And it's like, oh God, just to have that lifestyle. But yeah, so the traveling circus, you like that idea? Like you thought it was kind of fun?
That
I
was
thought
good.
it was,
That
it was
was
a
really
perfect
good.
disguise for the kids.
Sure.
I
was
agree.
wondering, you
Goodness.
know, for their plan, they were going to go as they, you know, as they went along, as soon as they landed. They're like, oh, we're just going to, you know, wing it pretty much. And
And they
How
sure
perfect
did
was
wing
that?
It.
It was-
Yeah, he really did a good
it was
job
like
of
exactly-
winging it.
How
Yeah.
weird and perfect was that to find a traveling circus kind of in
My
your path
goodness,
to
yes.
take that
Look at
up
this world.
and
Oh,
being
wow.
Jedis, like they're Padawans are going to be Padawans, you know, they're younglings, and I guess you're not a Padawan until like you actually have a master training you, but it's cool that they do understand though, and they can like use the Force to do certain things, and they're very agile and able to do those kind
Yes,
of tricks
to be
and
Oh
stuff.
my
acrobatic.
gosh,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they could do all that.
So it's good. I think that was great training for them too, because they're still so young. Just putting their lightsabers together. Not everyone, but that was a huge feat as well. But now they're trying to figure out a plan to save Ahsoka. And to just do it improv, like right in front of these circus people, and
They
be like,
did a
okay,
great
look,
job,
look,
but-
we're acrobats. And then they use the Force, I guess. Like, I don't think it's just them physically doing it. Like, yes, it is,
Yeah.
but you know how like they could jump higher and they could hold a lot more
Right,
people
and
and
do the
stuff.
human tower.
So you can use like the
Future
Force to
tower.
kind of make you stronger or to leap higher and stuff. So it was neat that they could do that, and immediately the circus guy was like, hey, yeah, you were awesome. You're entertaining. I'll take you aboard. But if you suck, you're going to die. Your head is
right.
But he was about doing a good performance and stuff. And
and they even got Hondo so, entertained that he was totally willing to go ahead and be part of the act.
That's right. Thank goodness.
It was funny because
female persuasion.
Those women were for him, the Twi'leks, but then it was funny because I'm like, do they know what's going on? Because how they were like, oh yeah, stand here, like very enthusiastic about it. But I guess that's what they're supposed to do anyways. But I just love how they jumped on the board and he flew, and there was no plan there. There's fling him into the air, and he's so drunk.
In the boxes.
Look, we had like not too hard of a fall, I guess, like that big, thing like stopped him and kind of. But that was funny, and he was just too drunk to even really notice. Like he still loved the performance.
Yeah, and usually he just goes for it, and instead he's like, "Go get them!" Because he was just too drunk.
Yeah. So this was good for the kids. I was hoping that they would have to rescue Ahsoka. I know that was a huge risk, but it really shows how brave they are. And even Obi said, like, wow, yeah, like, you guys are very brave, but you can't always be heroes. They're too young. But in this scenario, I kind of knew that Obi-Wan was going to be preoccupied after that, and they would have to go on
I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't have a second. I know they were getting slammed by Grievous, but they didn't have a second to say, hey, Cody's not coming after all.
I know.
Figure it out or something.
I was hoping for that too. I'm like, come on, like the technology's there. And again, you have so much craziness going on. Like immediately they were just in a war. They were in, well, not a war, but like in battle. And they are in a war. It's a huge war. But, they're in this huge battle just like that. And he has no time to think about it. But I wish he could have just like sent that out. But at the same time, it gives the kids a more mature level of thinking to be like, okay, well, there is no help coming. Instead of just like sitting there going like, doing nothing, just waiting for plans,
Right.
So that was good on their end. And the way Ahsoka said it, which I kind of expected her to, I love how she spoke to them at the end. I should be mad, but I understand what you did, and sometimes you have to take it into your own hands or bend the rules a bit to do what's right.
Good.
So that was great.
And they did it even without the professor's help. He's still dismantled. R2's working on it.
Which was nice to see, because I kind of thought he was going to be fixed and then he was going to guide them and tell them what to do. So that was even better on their end, that they could actually figure that out. And how smart they are. We have questions, but even knowing the ship and how, or what it needs, and that you have to land. And I'm like, wow, to even know all of that. I know there's some training in it, but then they were like, oh, well, you're the only one who had this training in the academy or whatever to like work on a ship.
And they have their own expertise. They have their own.
That's right.
They do.
Yeah, forte to work all together, and they work out great as a team.
That's fun. That's really nice to see. I really love how quick they came together. I mean, it's only been a few episodes, but some time has passed already, and they really just came together as a group, which is great for teamwork. You need to be able to work like that, and they do such a good job. Who knows how it'll be in the future, but if they stay successful, which it looks like they're doing great right now, that maybe down the road they can stay together as a group. But it might not work like that. We'll see. But going to the Wookiee character, Genji or something, like I really like him, and I think it's cool because they mentioned it's so rare to have a Wookiee be a Jedi. And we've never seen that before.
Yes, it is,
So I always have like a warm heart because I'm like, oh, Chewbacca, we love Chewbacca. But it's not the same, I know. But Genji, sorry. I heard his name, and I always want to say Genji because of Overwatch. But he is a really cool character, and I love how unique his lightsaber is. That hard.
Yes, that's really, if I had to pick one, I think I picked something similar to that. I like the style of it.
I do too, but it's not about what you want.
It's
about
not.
What you need.
Right.
I know. I would be like, I want this. I'm like, all like LEDs, although it's like a big LED anyways. But no, I really do like the look of it. One thing that really stood out to me was at the end of this when they were all trying to escape the pirates, and Ahsoka was with her kids, and they all turned around, and the ones that actually built their lightsabers were at the ready like she was.
They
and were actually going after the bullets or, deflecting the bullets like she was. And even though it's obvious that's going to happen at some point, I wasn't sure like how focused they were with the Force or using their lightsaber, because they were even joking, saying like, oh, I don't know how to use it. Luke, I know when he first learned, and, he was practicing with that orb thing floating around. He was trying to do that. It took a while to learn, but they were like at the ready. really fast, and I thought that was impressive.
Wow.
And
That
cool
hesitation.
That's something, yeah.
Just to see all these lightsabers like pop up, like, oh, they're all Jedi, not yet, but you know what I mean? Like, they're all with the Force, and this is like a force to be reckoned with, and it's like, oh my god.
They're learning.
They are learning.
And it's a
like
true
that.
enemy. It's immediate, and they have to do something quick. I mean,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
They're learning very quickly.
They are.
They are.
We'll see what happens next episode, and maybe they'll go to Obi-Wan's aid, but he did escape. And it is, I mean, it's terrible anyways, because they're going to lose the war no matter what, the Republic into the New Republic or whatever. But with Obi actually telling his men and Cody, like, the ship is lost, we can't do anything here, we have to go. And I get that. It just sucks because you lost a huge ship. But most people got out. I mean, we saw a few dead bodies. And that's always sad to see, but it's reminding us it's war and it's a bad thing. And how vicious Grievous is every time.
Yeah, they
He just
infiltrated
does not
very
care.
quickly. Yeah.
Even, like, he never cares about life, ever. And the droids, like, expense doesn't matter. Like, he's always for himself. So he always destroys his droids and pushes them out of the way. He doesn't care about any of that. It's always about him. But it shows, like, how dangerous he is. And just confronting Obi-Wan and mocking him and stepping on that clone and then waiting for Obi to look at him and engage and then crush the guy. Just to be like, look what I just did.
And he came without warning or anything. And Obi, being the gentleman that he is, I don't know why, but he's like...
just so awesome.
Yeah, he's like, well, I'm leaving and it's going to self-destruct, so bye. Like, he gave him...
I know, I hated that. It was a good ha-ha moment to see how Grievous was going to act, but I'm like, you don't tell him. You know he survives until the movies.
But
I'm like,
in and, you know, he gave Obi no time at all.
I know, and I was like, you don't warn guys like that. You could have killed him there. That would have been great. Like, you don't do that.
And he could have.
Yeah, like, why would you tell him to make him run? But that was just the ha-ha moment of it. So I get it. And we know what happens in the movies, of course. But yeah, it's a very good episode. I really enjoyed it. The action scenes were great. And it shows you that, you know, you try to have plans that will work out perfectly, but it never works out that way. So the kids really got a direct lesson. And maybe they'll be upgraded after this. Who knows? I don't know what the next stage is after building your lightsaber. But now they're like, oh, well, you already had all this training, like actual real training, where your life was in danger. And you broke the rules or you bent the rules like Anakin and Ahsoka do, like sometimes. And they did the right thing. So that's what matters.
You know, in the end, they all worked very well together. And they didn't argue too much. And I think Obi is even going to thank them.
Yeah.
Congratulate them.
There's a lot of development in so many episodes with these characters. And Biff, especially, like, he really stood up. He's not that coward anymore. He's that stronghold, like, we're going to do this. Like, he's you could just see it on his face. And I love how different their anatomies are, but you still know what they're feeling. And how he's just like, and you can't understand him. He doesn't speak English. And he's just like, no, we're going. We're doing this. And he was just very strong and brave about it. And I was like, that's impressive. Good for you.
That's good.
So really,
I liked that.
Proving himself, you know.
And I love their costumes they chose.
I know, how perfect, because again, it's a circus. They probably have a ton of different costumes there, but you have all kinds of body types and anatomy. So I'm like, all the costumes fit them perfectly. But hey, you know what? It worked out great, and it was just meant to be. So perfect.
And I thought with the Wookiee calling out when he jumped on... I thought he was going to get called out by
Me
Hondo.
too, because they're rare anyways. Like, we get excited to see Wookiees, but we don't see them that often, especially not that they thought Jedi, but, ooh, wow, there's a Wookiee here as a circus performer? Like, that's crazy,
he was
too.
totally oblivious. He was just very
so drunk.
The act.
He was really drunk, so.
So that always makes me laugh again with the pirates. But that's the one thing that stood out with me, too. I'm like, just the Wookiee shouting out would call the whole thing off. Like, they would just be like, oh, what kind of species do you have with you? Yeah, so very good episode. Can't wait to watch more, guys. And thank you again for all the wonderful snacks. You fans are amazing. I love you guys. And Sharon, thank you for always thinking of us and sending us nice snacks and funny gifts.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.